Hi, I'm Tom, and welcome to another episode of Tommy's Trains. I've got a set today from Bachmann that I've been excited to get, and this is the Thunder Chief set. So it's Santa Fe. It has digital sound, DCC, and I'm really excited to get this open and unbox it, set it up, and try it out with you. So stick around for a little bit, and we'll see what's in this box and see how good this train set is. Alright, so just from experience, we want to make sure we don't mutilate the boxes when we open them, so we're going to be very careful about the boxes. Sometimes things come either broken or missing, and we want to send it back, so we want to send it back in the same box that it came in, if we can. Alright, here it is. Bachmann does a great job with the artwork on their boxes. I love them. Such a great job, and then the packaging is really good as well. I wish they came in the little boxes like they used to when I was a kid back in the 70s. Like they had the box like this, but they had little boxes inside, and it just made it a lot easier to store the things that you're not using. But that's how it is now these days. This is the regular Easy Command, so this is not the new Easy Command Plus. It's just the straight up Easy Command. And to be honest with you, I don't think the Easy Command Plus is that much better. And if you look at my last video, you'll see some of the differences that I've outlined. But I don't really see that it's that much better. Now DCC's been out for quite a long time, so it's not cutting edge technology. They keep improving it. And one of the things you see a lot of now is the Wi-Fi trains where you just download an app and run it with your phone. Well, the problem I've discovered with that is that if you have that set up, well, the straight old DCC or the DC controllers even, that locomotive is not designed for that. So you're pretty much stuck with one or the other, or you have to have multiple power packs installed. On the back of these, it shows you, so this is the 56 by 38 oval snap fit nickel silver, and I like the nickel silver much better than the steel alloy. I would never want steel alloy. They're just really hard to keep clean. Down here is all the different layouts that they recommend you can use with this set, and it shows you the extra pieces you need to buy. Now if you buy the World's Greatest Hobby expansion pack, it has some of these things in it, so you could make this one, anything with 2 switches. If it has got 4 switches, it wouldn't have that, and the correct word is turnouts, but I always call them switches. So here we have Bluebonnet F7 freight locomotive, 3-dome tank car. We've got a 40-foot box car here, and then we've got the offset cupola caboose. This has the Easy Mate couplers on it, but it looks like it has plastic wheels. I'm not a big fan of the plastic wheels, and if any of you have ever watched any of my other videos, I've showed you a lot of the differences of why I hate plastic wheels, but some people like them, some people like hornet couplers still, so to each his own. So it's winter time. I've kind of commandeered the dining room table for trains, so if we entertain company I'll have to remove all this, but I don't anticipate anything at the moment. So in here we have our list of contents, our owner's manual, warranty information. Here's your little cards that you put in so you can label each address for whatever locomotive. Now with these Easy Command you can put 9 addresses in, and then the 10th is for a DC locomotive. The Easy Command just has the things Easy Command Plus, I'm sorry, just has the buttons rearranged with the lights a little bit different. Really not a lot different actually. I find the Easy Command Plus a little bit more difficult to run than the Easy Command, but that's what's out now. So we've got let's see, F7 diesel. I won't go through this whole list with you because that would bore you, but just go through it on your own when you buy any set, and make sure that everything is there, because if you don't have it, especially if you... So here's the thing, like a lot of the hobby shops that were around when I was growing up, and even recently, they're just gone. There's no local hobby shops anymore. So if I want to go to a hobby shop, I got to drive 2 hours, pretty much anyway. So pretty much stuck with Amazon or eBay or some other sort of online purchases. What I like about Amazon is it's basically worry-free. So if you buy something and something's missing, you can easily send it back. You can easily get it switched or a refund or whatever. Whereas some of the other places like eBay, you might be a little bit more difficult to return something. So I always, first of all, I encourage you to visit a local hobby shop if you have one local, because they're going to be the ones who know about the stuff, hopefully, and they'll have replacement parts, and they'll be able to service your locomotive or be your advocate for whatever you need. So please, if you have a local hobby shop, go check them out. So anyway, that's with that. Now, some of these smaller sets, they have stuff hooked to the back. This one's not the case. This one has all the track bread tied in here. So you've got 4 straights, well, 3 straights and a straight terminal re-railer, and then you've got what should be 12 curves. So these are essentially 18-inch radius. They're not quite 18-inch radius because it sticks out a little bit, but that's just because of the roadbed. So you won't really be able to get it into a 3-foot area very well. Flip this over. It's just a regular one. So the difference, and like I said, I showed you another one, but the LEDs, instead of being here, these are lit. And then the way you use the function is a little bit different. But everything on the back is pretty much the same. So if you had the walk-around companion, you'd plug it into here. This goes to the track, or if you have a 5-amp booster, you would run a signal cable from this to the 5-amp booster and then out. And this is your power feed in, which is in here. So pretty simple to set up, not very heavy. The quality on these is pretty good. I mean, I haven't had any trouble with it, and I've had several. So it's just one of those things where I've been fortunate, and I know the design is German. So I think the quality is pretty decent. Like I said, I know everybody has some problems with something here and again, but from what I've experienced with the new Bachmann stuff, it's been pretty good. The worst thing I've ever had happen to one of the new Bachmanns is it throws the drive shaft on one of the locomotives, and it could be an F40, it could be a GP40, it could be an F7, and you just have to remove the shell and then connect the drive shaft back on. So that's kind of a known failure for the Bachmanns. I've also been told they don't sustain very well with the drops. Well, I don't think anything does. These right here are really not designed for small children. These are really adult, like 14 years or older, or with adult supervision. So this is a notice that sometimes the wheels do pop out, and it's just because of bumping and shipping, and they're pretty easy to put back in, but this is just letting you know that no, it's not broken. You can just put them back in. I like the metal wheels so much better, and you can tell immediately with the Bachmann ones if they're metal or plastic, and these are definitely plastic. So they have the added weight to them, so that they have good heft to them, but they really cheaped out on the wheels. The good thing about Bachmann is they have this little screw in here, a little Phillips screw, so it's really simple to change out the truck, or you can just go online, and these are 33-inch wheels, so you can just get a card of like 12 sets of 33-inch wheels, so one card would fix all these cars. So one, 2, 3 times 4 is 12, so not a problem. Costs you about $15 to put new wheels on it. Well worth it. They track so much better, and the plastic trucks, the plastic wheel sets, they leave that residue on your track. So that's where a lot of that gunk comes from. So my layout here is still in progress. I've got some landscaping done. If you've seen some of my earlier videos with my River Rossi, you'll see that I still had the green foam still there. So I've been working on it slowly. It's going to take a little bit, but I am not in a race to get this done. So the important thing is that when you build a layout, to have fun doing it. It's not a race. So here's the F7. Like I said, it's a Bluebonnet, and the graphics on these are really well done. You're going to hear it come to life. It's going to sound like a diesel engine starting up. Now these are pre-programmed for position 3. So you can see over here where I haven't finished. Still got the green foam. So I'm just not in a hurry to get this done. I'm really enjoying getting this done at a slow pace. Really don't have any lights hooked up or anything fancy. Just a lot of it's just being test fit. I really like the sound of this. It sounds really good. So we're going to enter this passing siding in front of the station and go around through the yard a little bit. And this is where we're going to really test the locomotive, because the easy track, sometimes the frogs interfere, and the frogs have been fine with the other locomotives, so we'll see how this one navigates through there. So we're going to come on that passing siding right in front of the station. We'll see how it handles the frogs, if that front pilot stays on, or the front truck. Looks like we're on. Looks like it managed to stay on. So we'll try to navigate through this little siding here back onto the main. Then once the caboose clears, we'll throttle up and give that a go. I really like the sound. The sound is digital recorded, so it sounds really good. So we'll throw the switch and come down the main line here. So I've got a little military installation. It's a radar site up on top of the hill. So I've got a lot of work to do on that to get that how I want it, but that was one of the things I did in the military was communications. So we went to this, we'll call them little golf balls up there. It worked on radar and things, early warning systems. So far so good. So looks like Went through the frogs okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to change it around and go the other way with it and see how it goes in the opposite direction. So one thing to be cognizant of with the Easy Command system, that the locomotive is programmed for forward to be whichever way the locomotive is headed. So before forward was to the right, and now with the arrow still in the same spot it was going that way, you'll see that it actually goes backwards. Alright, so we'll try this, going up the main line, see if it clears all the frogs, goes through all the turnouts. Alright. So with the Easy Command Plus, the headlights are on off with the button that does DC or analog. So in this one it's 0, in the regular Easy Command it's 10. I like to run at pretty much prototypical speeds. I don't run it like it's a raceway. That's about the only thing I do that's prototypical is speed. So 9 is mute. So with the Easy Command Plus, 9 is the horn. Which is the grade crossing or the road crossing. 8 is mute. 1 is the bell. And 2 is just the horn. 3 is the short horn. 4 is your brakes and flanges. 5 is your throttle. 7 is your fader. So it's gone through all the frogs. I took all the turnouts fine. I'll go a bit more on the throttle. Alright, so we're going to do a run-by at level. Still have some ballasting to do. So we'll try this with an after an F7B dummy. Didn't have any trouble coming up over the hill with it. So this one's definitely a much better puller than the Mogul was. We'll come through the yard here with a little bit of speed and see what happens. So with DCC you can simulate a lash up, and again, in order to get this one to go that way, with that one instead of going the opposite way, you would take the address, so this one's address 2, hold the stop down for a second, change the direction, and then take the stop off, and then they'll both go again. So we'll see how this works out. So unfortunately, this F7A Bluebonnet is not a sound value, it's just a straight up DCC. But if you lash the two of them together, it sounds like they might not be the same speed. Like this one's trying to push that one. So the hard part is to get the speed adjusted right for both of them. That sounds about right now. Let's switch back to the other address and then dial back the speed on it. So the trick is to get the speed right on the, you have to listen to the wheels, and that's what's going to give you your clues. So the problem is that they're different addresses, so you set the speed different for each address, so whatever dial speed you put in is not going to be the same for both. And while the indicator does help a little bit, the engines are not exactly the same. So you really have to listen to what the engines are telling you. So one thing I think for sure is if you had maybe some higher end locomotives, they'd be a little bit more precision or precisely engineered, and I think it'd be a lot easier to get the speed dialed in. Keep in mind this is an older version Bachmann DCC. It's like a generation 1, so it's kind of primitive. It works like it's supposed to. So DCC Thunder Chief sound value locomotive. I really like this one. This seems like a really good train set. I'm very impressed with the quality of the locomotive. The rolling stock is good, other than the lack of metal wheels, which is not a big deal to fix. If you see some of my other videos, you'll see how I walk you through changing those wheel sets out. So definitely a good train, and you can get these on Amazon as like a return for 2/3 of the cost. So don't go on eBay and buy this brand new. Look for a used one or a return, and you can get a pretty good deal on it. But for a sound value locomotive, it's a pretty good price, and has everything you need to get started. The loop of track, the digital command locomotive, and the easy command power pack. So I think it's a great little set. So I would recommend this one in a second. It has plenty of power to pull the rolling stock up over the 4% grade. I have no problem recommending this locomotive and this train set. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.